person that wants to be with you will not confuse you. If you disrupt my peace, you're not staying in my life for long. It's just not happening. Hi my loves, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Darcy. But before we dive in, this is day 5 of my Vlogmas series. So I'm posting every day for 12 days, as in a 12-day of Christmas kind of situation. And I will also be having 3 surprise giveaways scattered randomly throughout these 12 videos. So make sure you're watching each one to get the chance to enter into those giveaways. And I'll be giving money prizes because at first I thought about giving you guys like maybe products like perfumes and things like that, because a lot of my videos have been centered towards products, but I'm really trying to move away from that direction. Let's get into today's video. I'm excited. We're going to be doing my makeup at the same time. This is the look we're going for. White dress, red lips. I already have makeup on the dress, so you know, it is what it is. But yeah, let's get into today's video. Okay, starting with eyebrows. This is from the Sephora collection. I use Ebony and then I'll also use NYX. But let's continue with the points. First thing is, know your values early on in life. The sooner you know your values, the better. And I think that is important in every relationship that you go to. The sooner you know your values, the more established you are in your identity, in who you are, the more unshakable you are, the more grounded you are in life, because you know the things you're willing to stand for and you know the things you're willing to not stand for. Number 2, it's okay to be alone. And honestly, I recommend everyone, especially women in their 20s, if you can. I know this economy is hard. If you can, I recommend anyone try living alone, try doing solo dating, anything where you get to learn to know yourself outside of other people's validation, outside of other people's perception and opinions, the better. Like, learning to enjoy your own company is so powerful because you don't want to be reliant on anyone. I mean, it's nice to think that you can be, but I am a person who fully believes that everyone should be able to be self-reliant, and you can only become self-reliant and know yourself when you've been alone, and not lonely but alone. And living by yourself is such a powerful skill. You really learn how to do everything. When I lived alone, it was one of the best time of my life. I mean, I enjoy being with a person now and everything, but I also really loved my singlehood, my singledom, or like, I very much enjoyed living alone. Next, be open to change and know that it's okay if you change your mind about anything. I've been in relationships, whether it's friendships, where if I change my mind about something, it seems like it's taboo or it's a problem. And I'm like, first of all, as human beings, we are always growing. We're supposed to be growing and evolving. And that often comes with changing your mind, changing your values, things you knew or did or wanted to do when you were a teenager is not the same thing as what you might want to do when you're in your 20s or in your 30s, and that is completely okay. I think as human beings, evolving and growing is one of the best part of being human. And whether it's about small or big decisions, it's okay to change your mind. Growth often requires letting go of old ideas and learning, and yeah, change is good. Good change is good. Next, start working on your confidence now. Do not wait till you're 30. Although people say once you reach 30, you're like fully confident. Anyone who's in their 30s, if you're watching this, please let me know because I'm excited. Like, I would say I'm a pretty confident person where I'm at in my life now. I worked on that. I've been through therapy. I lived alone. I feel like I did a lot to become who I am today. But if when you reach 30 is when you're like enlightened, I can get with it. But honestly, start building your confidence now, and build it outside of how you look. Not just, especially because looks can change. Things can happen in life where you no longer look the same. People no longer validate you physically, especially in the way that they used to. So it's really important to learn to grow your confidence outside of how people see you and outside even of how you see yourself physically. I really believe real confidence comes from the inside. Number 5, go to therapy. I know that's probably everywhere. Like, and it is said because it is actually super, super duper helpful. I it's been about a year in therapy, I would say. And after that, I go here and there whenever I feel like life is getting down. I'm just like, it's time for a therapy. It's time for a therapy session. It's time for a therapy session. But therapy just helps you with so many things. Like, I should have done my primer before, but I'm using the e.l.f. primer. Therapy just helps you with so many things. It really helps you to understand yourself. It helps you to understand why the relationships you have in your life or the relationships you have in your life. For example, if you have a pattern of attracting a certain group of people, you know why. Honestly, it's just amazing. It's so good. Do it. If you can afford it, do it. If you're someone who's in college, I think your college is supposed to offer you free therapy. And that's when I started therapy in college. And I still have the same therapy that I go to every now and then, but I have changed therapists here and there for different reasons. But I also know I can always go back to that same therapist that I used to go back to. Next is to try new things, new hobbies, try to learn new things, explore different cultures, foods, and activities. It makes your life more interesting. I think that also helps you grow your confidence, and it just broadens your horizon and it helps you to become a well-rounded person. It also gives you stories and experiences to share. You learn what you like and what you don't like. Getting into different hobbies and just everything new, stepping out of your comfort zone is just, it's amazing. Like for me, I've tried kickboxing. I went ziplining, y'all. And that's something I was just like, you would never see me ziplining. I've been ziplining maybe 3 times now and I'm willing to go again. I'm actually looking forward to go again. I'm gonna try to see if I can get most of my friends to go ziplining. I don't think any of them have been. And I feel like once you've been in the air, it's just life-changing. One of my friends just went skydiving the other day and he was like, the confidence he got after skydiving was unmatched. And I was just like, yes, skydiving next. Not anytime soon, but next. The next category will be about relationships and building boundaries. And I mean all kind of relationships in general. First thing I've learned is, unfortunately, not all of your friends are going to be your friends forever. If you're in high school, college, the people you meet are, maybe some of them might be the people you end up spending your entire life with, but it also might not be. And you need to be kind of okay with that, or at least open to that, and learn to be okay with that when it happens. I've lost high school friends that I thought I'd be friends with for a long time. I've lost friends I made after college. It just happens. People grow apart, things happen, and it's kind of something you just need to learn to be okay with. And if you're not okay with it, go to therapy. Like, I feel like the answer is always be like, go to therapy. But one thing I want to mention is about going to therapy is that you don't just go to therapy and then think your life is going to be fixed. You also have to be open to be vulnerable and emotional in therapy. Don't neglect friendship for romance is number 8. Like, please, please, please do not be one of those people that once you get into a romantic relationship, you forget who your friends and families are. That is not good. It's not good for so many reasons. One, although the hope is that the relationship will last forever, it might not. So it's important that you have families and friends that you can fall back on when the time arises. But also, I fully believe that having a good friendship support is unmatched. Like, you could never make me let go of my friendships. I'm looking for more good female friendships because I absolutely love them. Like, for me, after I hang out with my friends and I come back home, I'm always like, oh, that was good. It's like such a good way to spend your time. So I don't know why anyone does it. Don't get me wrong, being with your partner is fun, it's beautiful, but I really believe that you should also invest as much time if you can in your friendships. Number 9 is a person that wants to be with you will not confuse you. If someone is not taking the time to get to know you, they're not taking the time, they're not putting effort to take you out, they're not doing anything to make you feel special, don't do it. They're not the one. Move on, and move on quick. Move on quick, because I think sometimes as women, we think we're like the special one that's gonna change somebody, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but you're probably not the special one that's gonna change people. A person won't change unless he wants to, and this is not me saying you're not special or whatever. This is me saying that people don't change unless they want to change. You can't force it. Next one is to learn how to communicate with people. I feel like so many people in this world just don't know how to talk to other people. We're always yelling at each other. We're always talking around what we want to talk about. We're always being vague. And don't get me wrong, I'm someone that it took a moment for me to be emotional with people, which I'm okay with. I don't think I need to be emotional and vulnerable with people. Learning how to express yourself effectively is a game changer. It really improves your relationship, especially if your relationships are with people that knows how to communicate. Now, if your relationships are with people who don't know how to communicate, that's a different game on its own, because it makes it harder. I have everyone in my life, and I have some people that are more logical and rational in their thinking, and so it makes it easier for you to talk and have a conversation with these people. They're calm and patient, and you know, they know how to express themselves. But if you're with someone, and I mean that even just in friendships or romantic partnerships or families especially, now I'm thinking of my mother, love her to death, but that woman does not know how to talk to people. That's probably something we can all relate to, having older parents. It's up to you to learn the proper ways of talking to people and how you even yourself want to be spoken to. This is the Rare Beauty Concealer. Nothing special, I like it. Next one is to protect your peace. I'm a big person in protecting my peace. And I say that in every relationship that I'm in. And by every relationship, I mean families, romantic, friendship, whatever. I will let you know that if you disrupt my peace, you're not staying in my life for long. It's just not happening. I'm like way too old now, you guys, my frontal cortex is formed fully now. So I'm just like, I don't have time for the drama. Like, if you're gonna consistently bring me drama, you're not staying in my life for long. It's just not happening. I fully believe in cutting ties with anyone. I'm one of those people, whether you're family, romantic partners, a friendship, if you're consistently disrupting my peace, you're not staying for a long time. Next is to learn your non-negotiables. Learn your non-negotiables, especially in a romantic relationship. Learn the things you value in life. For example, if you want kids and you meet someone who doesn't want kids, that's not for you. And that goes back into people thinking they can change people. If you meet someone and they're like, I don't want children, do not think you're the person that's going to change them. Maybe you'll change their minds, but if this is something they really valued, in the future they will resent you. You might resent them because they probably won't be a good parent. And guess what? You got them to have kids with you, and it's kind of your fault now that there's a child in the world who doesn't have good parents. So yeah, if someone is not compatible with you, do not force anything. So learn as soon as you can the things that you really want in life and the things that you don't want in life. Learn the things that are deal breakers for you and the things that you're okay compromising. Number 13 is to be vulnerable selectively. I once told my therapist that I had a problem with a friend of mine because they didn't think I was emotional enough. I was not vulnerable with them. And my therapist was like, well, you don't really you technically don't have to be vulnerable with everyone that you meet. Not everybody deserves that part of you. So make sure when you are being vulnerable with people, you are vulnerable with people that, one, reciprocates, and two, with someone that deserves it. Some people, you will tell them things about yourself, especially hard, vulnerable things, and they will use those things against you. So make sure when you're sharing anything about your life that you know the people you're sharing it with are good people that actually want the best for you. Next is to not lend what you cannot lose. It's whether it's money or belongings, your favorite shoes, your favorite shirt, your favorite whatever. If it's something you really love, do not lend it to anyone because there's a chance you might not get it back. So only lend things that you're willing to part ways with. That's my philosophy, and it's done me well so far. Next category is for health and wellness. Number 15 actually is to always advocate for your health. And you do that by finding a doctor that will listen to you. Do not ever stop looking for a doctor until you find one that will actually listen to your problems, especially as young women, especially if you're a young Black woman. They will play you. They will try to play you. They will tell you, oh, this is not real. Oh, it's all in your mind. Or, like, they will just not take you seriously. I've had it happen with me, and I don't want that to happen to anyone else. So if you with a doctor and you notice they're not taking you seriously, leave. Find another one. They're getting paid from your insurance or from your hard-earned money. So no, do not stay if you don't feel respected. Do not stay if you don't think anyone's taking you seriously. Number 16, and that's kind of like a Haitian saying. The translation would be, silent illnesses do not get treated. I remember my parents used to say that to me. In Creole, it's maladie serrée pas traitée. If you're Haitian and you've heard of that, let me know. Like, if you're sick, please don't hide it. You don't have to tell people, but go to the doctor. Don't just keep it to yourself. Go to the doctor. Don't think you'll be judged. Go to the doctor. Even if you think you'll be judged, at the end of the day, your health is at risk. Don't play with your health. That should have been my number 16. Like, well, advocate for your health essentially was it, but like, do not play about your health. Like, especially if you're under 25, if you're under 26 and you have your own health insurance, you might think I'll always have health insurance to pay for my things, but that's not the case. The minute you turn 26, you start paying and it gets hard. If you're under 26 and you're not paying for insurance yet, take advantage of it. Go everywhere, do everything. If they allow it, do it all now, because the minute you turn 26, they just pull the rug from under you. It's not fun. In number 17, I'm a big believer in investing in your health and in your natural beauty. Like, work out, eat healthy food, take care of your skin. Do everything that you can to maintain yourself as much as you can for as long as possible before going the surgical route or any other route. Like, your natural way of being born, your natural way of being is almost better than any fake thing that you'll get in the world. That's just my belief. I mean, you don't gotta listen to me. The next category is finance and career. I don't know who told me I could wear a white dress because I have makeup on this, y'all. So number 18, always, and I mean always, have your own money. I don't care what you're looking for in the world. I know there's like this wave of hypergamy, and I fully support it. I back it up, do what you gotta do to, but I fully believe with us as women, we should have our own money. I've been seeing so many stories nowadays online of, like, I don't know, the trad girls or the trad wives things going on, the ballerina farm thing going on, and essentially it's women being financially abused, and abuse is abuse, you guys. Whether you're not feeling some kind of physical pain, I imagine no kind of abuse is fun, but I imagine financial abuse is also just not fun, and I would never ever want to go through that. So always make sure you have your own money. Always make sure that you can walk away, because if you have your own money, that just gives you your own independence, your own freedom, and you can always walk away from any BS. Like, people cannot play with you. So yeah, I think we should try to be and again, I know as Black women, we don't want to have the strong, independent Black woman mentality, right? I'm not saying to do that at all. This is why I'm whispering that part. Don't do that. But at the same time, make sure you do have your own, because people can play you. You could be in love today, and honestly, even if let's not even be pessimistic about love, but your partner could pass away. They could become disabled. What are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then? Always make sure you have your own. And number 19 is to start saving early. Like start saving when you're 2 years old. You know that thing where people say I should have been buying a house in 2008 when I was 8 years old? But yeah, start saving now. If you're 9 years old watching this, start saving now, because it gets so chaotic out there. And I want to go beyond that, and not just saving for an emergency fund. Save for like a year of emergency fund, because oof. Like, you really just, like, you guys, as you get older, life just be happening. It just, I don't know why or where it gets the audacity, but it just keeps happening to you. And the more you have, honestly, I think the better you'll be equipped to deal with it. So I say, have your own money and save early, and plan for your retirement now. And I think I was one of those people who used to say, I don't know if I was, but I've heard of this whole thing where you don't know if I don't know if I live to be 45. I don't know if I live to be 65. You may or may not live to be 65, but you know what you don't want to do for sure, for me especially. And no shade to those people, because life happens, so I'm not judging, but I do not want to be one of those people working at 65. I don't want to be working now, really, you guys. Like, my body will not, I just know I don't want to do it. So save now, save for retirement as soon as you can. And honestly, this is not me saying to not enjoy your present. Enjoy your present, but also invest in yourself for your future. Even if it's just a small amount, you don't have to do it on a monthly basis. Also, just do it as much as you can. Start saving now. If your job has a 401k, start get into that. If you Don't research, get into Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, whatever you can do, start researching now. Because number 20, when you're choosing your career, make sure it's a career that you will either enjoy or will bring you a lot of money so you can go enjoy life somewhere else. Since we're still in finance and career, always advocate for yourself at work. This is something my manager actually taught me. I think the minute I started working, she was like, advocate for yourself. Ooh, and I'm gonna give you this tip she gave me, especially if you work in corporate America. She was like, create an email folder, and anytime somebody tell you like, thank you for something specific that you did, make sure you put it in that folder. That is so helpful when the end of year review comes and they want to know your accomplishments and whatever you did for the company. Then you already know you have a folder where you saved everything. Ever since she told me that, every time, not just in regular thank yous, like I'm in marketing, so sometimes I'll help with like proposals. I'll do a lot of PowerPoints for the sales team and things like that. Those things are items that will result in them making money. So if you help with a PowerPoint, I don't know what job you're in, but especially if you're doing something that brings in money, make sure you write it down somewhere. So when that review comes, you can tell them, this is how much money I bring into the company. This also helps when you're getting promotion. So do that. But yeah, advocate for yourself. If you've been at a place for a year and you've been working well and you want a promotion, you have to be the person that says, you want a promotion. I thought they would do it for you, but apparently they don't. Like, you have to be the one that says, hey, I've been here for a year. I've been making this company money. I've been da-da-da. And remember that folder. Here is my folder of work, and this is the title I would like to get. Research how much money that title makes, and then bring that document to them and be like, yeah, this is my worth now. When I started, sure, I might have been worth whatever, but now I'm a big kid now, you know? 21, back to finance. Understand credit cards because they will try you. They will try you. Understand interest rates because they will catch you. Collection, pay them monthly. Honestly, I wish we didn't need credit cards in America, because although I have them and I use them, I hate them because I was constantly going in this cycle of paying my debt, getting back into debt, paying my debt, getting back into debt. And it's just not a fun thing to do. Like, you know, at the moment when you're using it, it's just like, this is money that's not even coming out of my pocket, but it's coming out of your pocket. It's gonna come out of your pocket. One day you're gonna feel it. It's gonna come out of your pocket. So get into it, but be cautious and learn. Also, I'm doing this and like doing my makeup at the same time just because I kind of want to have like a filler activity so you guys don't get too bored. But I am not like a makeup professional. I just do my makeup for myself, so like don't expect to like don't really expect to be learning much from me makeup wise. I just come with the wisdom. But I mean, I feel like I did a decent job, right? Don't you think? Number 22 is kind of just to tie all of that in general. Increase your financial literacy and legally and try to ethically increase your streams of income or the amount of money you make, whether it's through a promotion or if you can get different streams of income. Learn about stocks, credit cards, debit cards, retirement plans, all the types of insurance that exist. Learn how to budget, learn how to manage your money, know where your money's coming, know where your money's going. Financial skills just makes your life easier. And honestly, don't listen to anyone who tells you money is the root of all evil and is trying to convince you to not be about money. I'm not saying to make it your personality. I'm not saying to do illegal or unethically or things that do not align with your morals in order to make money. Don't do that at all. But we live in a society where money matters. You need to pay your bills. You need to go to school. You need to do so much things. If you decided to have children, you're gonna need money to care for those kids. You need money. It's not your fault. It's just the way the world is. 23 is, do not let anyone make you feel embarrassed for living with your family still, especially if you're in your 20s. Honestly, no matter what age you are, whatever. I always tell my parents to put me on this earth. If I tell you gotta take care of me till I'm 40, you better be willing to do it because I did not ask to be here. And when you do move back home, do save money. Don't be one of those people who moves back home and then you decide you're just gonna be spending your money, going to the club, going to dinner, buying stuff here and there without saving. Save your money because you can't live at mom's forever. Like, unfortunately, you just can't. This next point is kind of a point I mentioned before, but enjoy the present and invest in the future. And that's not just financially, but like your mental health is important. Believe it or not, your appearance is important. I don't make the rules, honestly, you guys. I wish I did, because life would be so much easier if I did. If I did make the rules, I assure you would all probably be happy. Maybe. I don't know. Lastly, number 25 is to not overshare your goals or plans with everybody. Like, I have things I'm working on next year, and some of my closest friends don't know it yet, simply because I'm just like, this is something, especially if it's something you're unsure of, like if it's something you're not sure of yet, you don't know fully the direction you're going and you're still planning it, you are under no obligation to share your goals with everybody just because they want to know. You can share when you feel comfortable sharing, but honestly, just practice discernment. Learn the people that are for you. Learn the people that actually support you. All in all, whatever advice you're listening to, I think this was good advice, but still use discernment before you go listening to anyone that you listen to. Make sure things that you listen to are in alignment with what you want in your life. And yeah, I hope the best for you. I wish the best for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video.